before we go any further in this video, the first thing I want to do is encourage everyone to watch the last video that I uploaded last week. I think it really sets a stage for the discussion that we're going to have on the topic of baggage. The first point that I want to touch on is being able to recognize what baggage is in our lives. Exactly what is that? What are the things that we carry around and lug around with us? And everywhere that we go, we just have this baggage that we think define us as a person. Baggage comes in many different forms. They're a distraction that limit us from being able to accomplish our goals and our dreams and our desires, the things that we really want to do in life. Things of our past that don't have a positive contribution towards our present existence. But let's start talking about the most basic form of baggage. Literal baggage, material things, items that clutter our lives. In your closet, the little pieces of clothing that you don't wear anymore, the shoes that you've never worn since you bought them, or the shoes that you bought for special occasions so you're just not using them. But it starts to build up, it starts to take up space in your life, and you just live this life that's just cluttered with material things that weigh you down, things that inhibit your ability to think and move freely because your life is just so cluttered. All we need is to clear ourselves of those things, to just be able to concentrate and to focus on us as a person and then our development. The video I was talking about earlier that I posted last week, it spoke about being able to forgive yourselves for the mistakes that we make. When we don't, when we hold on to them, it becomes junk that we're lugging around with us unnecessarily, that we're carrying with us that we really don't need to, that we shouldn't, because it's holding us back. It's making us unhappy because we don't know how to forgive ourselves or someone else, and we keep these memories and we act as if that's who we are, and it robs us of the opportunity for being who we want to be. And here's another big one: holding on to other people. We've all had previous relationships that have left us hurt, or left us wanting, or left us feeling as if we weren't good enough. Rather than letting go of that relationship, now that the person's no longer in our life, we hold on to that memory, to those feelings of being insufficient, of being hurt, and we are crippled to be able to move into another relationship because it is baggage that we're carrying around with us from our previous relationship. It doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. It could very well just be a parent or a sibling or a previous friend or a teacher that made you feel crappy about yourself. And we just hold that, and it goes everywhere with us. Another form of baggage is people. Not just the memory of people, but actual people. There are people in our lives that give this negative energy and don't push us forward and motivate us to come more and be better people ourselves, and we hold on to them for different reasons. A common one is an intimate relationship where you're with someone and you're hoping that person will change because you've already invested so much, but it doesn't happen. But yet you're still not willing to let go, you're still not willing to free yourself of that, and you hold on to them and they become baggage. There are times that things are done to us against our will that we have no control over, and it creates a very negative basis for our life moving forward. It comes in different forms. It can be abuse, neglect, rejection, bullying in school. There's so many different things that it could be, but it's something that you had no control over because someone else was doing it to you. And now you're supposed to let that go, but how? It's not the same thing as having someone in your life who shouldn't be there and you're just going to walk away from them. It's different. This is something that you didn't want to happen to you, and you didn't choose for it to happen to you. You didn't choose to stay in a negative situation. It's just something you couldn't control, and it just keeps happening until it becomes a part of you and you carry that negativity around inside with you. And that's, I think, in my opinion, one of the most difficult forms of baggage for us to deal with, to free ourselves of. So now that we've identified some of the forms that baggage takes in our life, let's talk a little bit about how to deal with that. How do we now get rid of that baggage? What a lot of people don't realize about getting rid of baggage is that you can't just take one thing out of your life and leave an empty space. Because once you do that, all you're going to do is find something else to fill it with. And unless you're intentional about filling it with something, you're going to fill it with more baggage, more negative things. So what you have to do is identify what your baggage is, come up with a plan to how to get rid of it, but then try to focus on something positive that you're going to fill that space with. If we're talking about letting go of someone in your life that really shouldn't be there and isn't doing you any good, you don't need to think, well, you spent so much time with this person, they've become a significant part of your daily routine. What are you now going to do to replace that person? You don't have to replace them with another person. You can get a pet. You can take up a new hobby. You can learn to play an instrument. You can take up a new sport and invest in yourself instead. Whatever effort you're putting into investing in that person to help them be a better person, take that same time and effort and resources and invest it into who you are and identify things that you want to do the way you want to define your own self as a human being and focus on doing that. Take yourself on as a project rather than another person. You have to start surrounding yourself now with the things that are going to help you to reach that goal. Whatever you watch on TV, the type of music you listen to, the type of people that you spend time with, even the places that you go to spend time, all those things have to be taken into consideration because you're now creating for yourself a brand new persona by getting rid of the baggage. What you will find from that process as well is all the positive things in your life that you've been neglecting. There's so much good in our life that we don't see because we're just focusing on the negative baggage. And once we get rid of that stuff just starts to come to light, just starts to, like a light turns on, and now you get to see that and you get to appreciate your life even more because you don't have the negativity holding you down. Don't expect too much from yourself right from the start. People, they start the journey of trying to get rid of baggage and fail. One of the biggest contributions to that is because they don't realize that it's a process and that it's okay to fail at it as long as you keep sight of your goal and keep sight of where it is that you want to go and keep on track with your plan. Then you anticipate that, you know, there are going to be tough times. There's going to be times when I'm more down and times I might get off track a bit, but you get back on because you know, hey, it's a process. It's not going to happen just like that. I spent so much time investing in negative things or carrying around this negativity that now I need to use the same amount of time to replace that with positive things in my life. And it's a painful process. We tend to go back to the pain that we're accustomed to rather than introducing new pain. But new pain isn't necessarily bad pain. It could be necessary pain because letting go of a person can hurt. It can take a lot out of you. You feel like you're losing a part of yourself. You feel like there's a void in your life. But you have to fight through that. You have to focus on what's going to come out on the other side of that pain. It's just like when you're working out in the gym and you're putting your body through that kind of stress, that positive stress, because that's how it builds itself. You know when you go real hard in the gym and you're trying to shower afterwards and you can't reach the other side of your body because, oh my gosh, it hurts so much. That pain that you go through, that's good pain, and you feel proud of that pain because you feel like, I did that. This is a result of hard work. And that's the way you should view the pain of getting rid of the baggage in your life. You know what? I'm doing this. It hurts, but I'm doing this. I'm putting in the effort. I'm going to get there. And when all is said and done, it won't hurt as much anymore. The pain will be less and you start to see yourself the way you want to be seen. Life is beautiful. It's an amazing gift that we've all been given. And it's not fair to ourselves to live it under the shadow of negativity. You gotta seize life in the moment. You gotta enjoy it because that's it. You get the one chance of doing this. You gotta make the most of it. Don't allow a memory, don't allow a person, don't allow material things to hold you back from living your best life. If there's anything that I want you to take away from this, it's I can't allow baggage to hold my life down and hold me back from my joy and my happiness. It's too short for that. You just gotta go out there and live it. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. Really hope that you enjoyed it, you were able to get something from this message. And if you did, I invite you to hit the like button. It'll let me know that you're enjoying the material that I'm putting out and you want to see more of it or that you'll be able to get something from it. I also invite you to comment in the comments down below. Let me know what you think, what's your opinion, if you disagree with me. And I'm open to hearing that because that's how I'm going to grow so I can see a different perspective what other people is thinking out there. Anyway, I love your faces and I'll see you next time.